Hello everybody, thank you for sticking around if you've continued from the last video. Well, today is quite an exciting one. I have a handful of coins here. I'm not going to show you what they are just yet, but a good friend of mine has just got back from holiday. He's been travelling. Well, I say he's been travelling. He went to Belize, which is under British occupation. All their coins have the Queen on them, which is very exciting, and their banknotes. And anyway, last night I caught up with him at the pub. He got back like a few days ago, and anyway, he went to go and pay for something at the bar, and I saw him open his wallet, and I'm like, "Ooh, those look a bit different." And then he was like, "Wait till we get back to the table," and he opened his wallet and said, "Anything that's not British, you can have." And I'm like, "Sweet, this is absolutely fantastic." So let me get into it and show you what we managed to get. So yeah, look, so like that's $1 from 2022. The one thing that I find really fascinating about all these Belizean coins is that regardless of the date, they still seem to use older portraits of the Queen, such as that's a 2022 dated dollar with the Raphael McCloof portrait, which we stopped using in 1997. But and if you think that's weird, you should look at this. Let me find another one. That's a 25-cent coin. Maybe they call that a quarter. I don't know if they're anything like the US. But guess what portrait's on this one? The Mary Gillick portrait, which we haven't seen since before decimalisation. How strange is that? But it just seems so bizarre seeing such a new dated coin, yet with such an old portrait that's been around since 1953. But very fascinating. So that's 2022. Let's get through the dollars, then we'll work our way down the denominations. This one is a 2015 dated one. Slightly more scuffed up, but as to be expected with its age. I've not actually looked at any of the mintages on New Mister as of yet, but I don't know, maybe some of these dates might be rarer than others, but I really love the shape of these. Like, they remind me, I think it's Hong Kong dollar, I think, that's got this kind of shape, and their coins also say Queen Elizabeth II rather than the Latin that ours has on it. That's a 2007 one. Right, so that's all the dollars. We have got a few other foreign coins as well. Well, I say foreign, they're all foreign, but foreign to Belize. The story behind these three, these are all Mexican pesos. He told me that he went to another bar while he was over there, and he went and had a cigarette in the garden, went and sat on the table, and these were just stacked up on the table. And he thought of me and thought, well, we might as well take those. So that's really nice. And oh, how interesting, that's a really new dated one as well. That's a 2024 one, $2, which is really nice. These are Mexican. I'll stick those over here. There's a 2012 $1, very nice. And a 2023, again, quite new. I mean, it's a shame the UK isn't like this and having new coins all the time. They're sort of few and far between now. Oh, sweaty palms. That's a 2021, very nice condition as well. Bit of an older one there, 2015. Again with the Mary Gillick portrait. 2003, quite a bit older, that one's been around. I'm intrigued to see what the oldest coin here is actually. That's another 2022. Another 21. 2017. Oh, have we got that one yet? No, I think that's another one. And another 2017. Right, now we're on to the smallest denomination, which is the 5-cent coin. That's 2022. I think these are made of aluminium. They weigh absolutely nothing. In fact, let's get the scales. And just to show you how light they really are, they weigh absolutely nothing. Like in comparison to the others that we've got. So I'll try not to mess this up. So just one, let's use for a reference point. Let's put something we're all familiar with. Here is a lovely new Charles III £1 coin with the bees. So a British £1 coin is about 8.7 grams. One of these 5-cent coins from Belize, aluminium, is literally a fraction over 1 gram. It is literally, there is nothing to it. Even like compare it to a 5p, the smallest circulation coin in the UK, it's lighter, yet it's bigger, and it weighs absolutely nothing. But I just thought that was really fascinating that they use aluminium coins. Maybe they've got, that might be part of their budget, I'm not entirely sure, but very fascinating nonetheless. That's the 2022. Oh, I realise it's out of focus. The only drawback of these aluminium coins is that, I mean, like this one, you can see it's kind of tarnished a little bit there. I suppose maybe it's been left outside or something. There's a 21 in much nicer condition. Another 21. Again, lovely Mary Gillick portrait. And a 2009. And one other thing that's really fascinating to think about all of these, well, except the Mexican ones, I could be wrong, not entirely sure, but these would have all been made in Wales at the Royal Mint, because I remember when I went there on one of the exhibitions, they don't have it anymore, but they would have had the bit where they show all the countries that the UK produces coinage for, and Belize was one of those countries. So these coins have only come from Wales. They'll have spent most of their life the other side of the world, but their place of manufacture was here at home in the United Kingdom, which I find really fascinating. And that's not all. We have also got banknotes as well, which is very exciting. So, unfortunately, they have been folded. I was a little bit like, but then I couldn't complain because he thought of me. He didn't have to give me these. He could have gone and taken them back to the Exchange Bureau and got some sterling for them. But instead, he was like, no, you can have them, which is really thoughtful. So they do have a $2 note, which is quite cool. A bit like the USA, where they've got a $2 note, but you don't really see it very often. It does exist. It's a bit like an urban legend, I suppose. But I think these are a bit more common. He said that he saw quite a few of these, but obviously he did spend a few while he was over there. But really fascinating portrait of the Queen. I feel like I've seen this on maybe Falkland Island notes before. Could be wrong, but it just seems familiar. I feel like I've seen it before. Obviously not on UK coins, maybe British territory or something. But really lovely colour scheme. I love like the purples and the reds, and yeah, it's really nice. These are dated as well. That's a 2021 dated one. Yeah, so that's the $2. Oh, we're running out of space. Let's just cover these up temporarily. Next, we have two of the $5 notes. One slightly better than the other. This is definitely a nicer example, so we won't ignore it. We'll disregard it for now. This is the better one. That one's 2020. So I'm not sure whether they've just started phasing in new notes, because all of these are quite new dated. So maybe they've just finished up with an old design and these are the new ones. I'm not entirely sure. Very nice once again. Like, I really like the red. The red just really sort of emphasizes the design, and it's all the raised print. You can really feel it as well. I feel like with the polymer notes that we've got here in the UK, it's just not the same. This is such a lovely. It's crisp. It's nice. I know I'm bare fingers and my thing's a bit sweaty, but they're circulated notes. It doesn't bother me. They're for my collection. No one else's. I can do what I like with them. Anyway, so onto the final note. We have the $10 note. And one other thing that's really nice as well. None of them have got scribbles on them. No one's gone and taken a pen and gone, no, I tell a lie, there is. It's very small. It's definitely not a tear, but someone has scribbled on that one, which is a bit of a shame. It's minute though, so that doesn't really bother me, to be honest. That's another 2020 dated one. Fascinating. Strange little feature there. That's obviously, I think that's a holographic image, maybe? It seems to say 10 every angle you look at it. Hopefully it's not counterfeit. But yeah, really, really lovely notes and coins. I just feel so privileged that my friend was able to bring me back such a nice selection, because there's been times in the past where friends and family have gone travelling to a different country, and I've said to them, look, I don't want fridge magnets, I don't want shot glasses, I don't want any of that rubbish. Just make sure you pay in cash and keep me a substantial amount of change for me to look through. That would be better than anything. And then they get home and I'm like, cool, what have you got for me then? And they're like, I put half the change in a charity pot. And I'm like, well, that's good, give to charity, but the majority of charity pots will accept world coins, so you could have given them some UK coins and kept these for me. But anyway, yeah, super happy with all of this. And stay tuned for the next video, because I'm going to try and post a bit more often now. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.